Hi everyone, welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Valentine's Day. Woo! Okay, so I have a little blurb on that, but before I do speak about that to you, I do want to say welcome to all the new viewers. I really appreciate you stopping in. I like to do a little format that I explain to you quickly. I am a long-term tarot and psychic intuitive reader, and I pick 2 sun signs every day. And the first one is always what we call the featured as I go around my beautiful astrology wheel, so I know what order I'm in. And then the second is randomly picked in front of you. I'll say that again because my mouth just completely did not work for me. I randomly pick in front of you with Spirit's guidance, always, the highlighted connection. The highlighted connection is one that has 3 specific messages under 3 major categories. And then I finish with beautiful oracle divination messages of wisdom and fulfillment of love and, guidance and just beautiful upliftment in general. And so that's for every single featured sign, which, by the way, before I go any further, is of the sign of Taurus. So we are on the mid-month readings. We start at Aries, we end at Pisces, and so we're on Taurus as the featured, the highlighted, and I looked it up. I'll make sure I don't repeat the same highlighted as the last reading with Taurus, and it's Leo. Is that the last one? It was in there. It's such a powerful one. It goes so well with the energies of the astrology happening right now, which I always like to touch a little base on because, tarot is directly related to astrology too, which is one of the reasons I was drawn to it. Originally, it was all about the compatibility in astrology with all the different signs and why we gravitate towards each other. And I always read little definitions about each sign that I'm reading for the day in a positive light, okay? Because, we can go the negative always, and, there's always something to work out, which is I think mostly why people get involved too. It's that desire to learn and expand and grow and move past, obstacles and changes and challenges that come about. I feel that that's a real center part of people involving themselves in relationships. It's not for the meek, right? But so the last Taurus, if it wasn't for Leo, then I'm definitely doing it. No, it was for Capricorn. And before that was, I think it was the Leo. And then before that was, I believe, Aquarius. So let's do it. So Leo and Taurus, let me just say, that's a powerful duo. And do I see it a lot? Absolutely. Yeah, I have mentioned this many times. If you are coming back, I love you. Thank you for being a subscriber to my channel. Thank you for your comments and for uplifting me the way you do and showing me the love. And just making me want to just come in this room and do my thing because it's so rewarding for me and inspiring, and I appreciate you so very, very much. My heart is full, In my life, I had a mother, and my stepfather was this combination. My mom was the Taurus, right on the cusp. She was the 20th of May, so she was, I could see the Gemini in her, for sure. But she was in a long-term relationship with my stepfather, and he was the Leo. So I don't know, over and over and over I see this. And it's interesting because there's so much similarities in the strength of these two. One being, of course, Taurus, you being the earth, the grounded, the practical, you represent the bull. I mean, there's that stubborn determination, almost like another. There's 3 earth signs, 3 fire signs, 3 water, 3 air. But out of all of them, probably because I have a relative who's, I think, triple Taurus, lot of kind of stubborn, pragmatic, it's this way, it's not going to change. I'm very much determined to accomplish anything and everything I put out there. I'm extremely interested in luxury and life and good things and all the senses because I am ruled by Venus, right? The Venetian planet that just, very feminine, that's where we get in touch with our inner feelings a lot of times, the emotions are more, at the surface a lot of times. But it's a beautiful planet to be ruled, and it's the only earth sign that is ruled by Venus. And so you're going to see this kind of, you know, my way or the highway kind of sometimes all in the name of love a lot of times, seriously. You know, the Taurus have great love and depth of passion and caring. They really, really do. And yes, sometimes, you know, it's hard to get them to, you know, change their mind, but of course they do. And not necessarily quickly, that's the thing. If you can handle that, and most people can, with all the beautiful qualities that they have, like their endurance, their reliability, their you know, their permanence of caring and loyalty, and did I already say that? I'm just trying to say that it's worth it. It's worth having to be a little stubborn. Now, I mentioned they have their, you know, feelings a little bit at the surface. You wouldn't necessarily know that. Tauruses, in fact, they have a temper, of course we all do, and it takes a long time sometimes, and then all of a sudden, there he blows or she blows. It's like, whoa. But it took a while. You don't want to get a Taurus to that point. It's just not right, okay? And if you do, get out of the way, because they got to let it out, you know? And then they'll be fine, and then they'll build up, and they'll build up, and they'll try to, you know. But the reality is that a lot of times they have so much sensitivity to them that I don't think people see, maybe because of their stature, you know. They think, oh, they can take it, you know. They're very caring, very sensitive. And like I said, the Venus influence is definitely about love and beauty and all the senses and aesthetically liking things, loving earth, you know, being an earth sign, being down to earth, being in touch with nature, and to the point where there's a beautiful, really strong intuition that happens with a lot of Tauruses. They understand the rhythms and the patterns and just the natural aspects of life, you know, the mysterious things that are ever so present when we can't see them necessarily. So yeah, there's an interesting dichotomy there, I guess, if that's the word, where it's you feel like it's one way, but there's both. And so yeah, I just want to say they'll be there for you. You know, Tauruses are great, and they're very good at amassing money. They're very good with money, very capable of being frugal, yes, and guess who has a lot, you know, when times are a little rough, like maybe last year, for example. I think a lot of Tauruses, depending on where you are in your life, of course, they were fine. They had already seen this way ahead of time. They know all about that kind of thing and how to invest and how to get the residual money coming in when they can just like relax and maybe take that vacation, which is rare because they love to work all the time. That actually makes them feel good. They feel like they're accomplishing something. When they put their mind on something, like I said, they're not going to stop, and it may take years. It doesn't matter. They will accomplish it, and they will get it done. And the Leo. Okay, the Leo highlighted for today. Passion, fire, that fire element. Ruled by the sun, man, the ego, leadership, listen to me, watch me, observe me, okay? I am the king of my castle. I am a performer in my stage of life. The whole world is a stage, I should say. Just this incredible, more outward a lot of times, you know, you've got the more maybe subdued, not always, but subdued energy with this earth element of Taurus, you know, and calmer and just kind of holding down the fort sort of thing. And the Leo is like out there, and he's talking and he's sharing and he's teaching and he's you know, puffing up his chest, and he wants the world to know what he does is incredibly meant with love and compassion. And passion is basically the theme for a lot of Leos. You know, you cannot mistake it. Yes, they want to be in charge a lot of times. Yes, they don't like to, you know, back down. If they have an idea, they too are a fixed sign. So there's that, you know, that energy that's similar for the Taurus and the Leo, which is all very well when you're on the same wavelength, but then that's about respect for each other, listening to each other, and that love overrides all these little idiosyncrasies and differences anyway. You've got to admit that. I think a lot of times people look back at their relationships and like, wow, if we got through that, we can get through anything, because that seemed like one of the biggest hurdles or challenges, and in fact, it just made you closer, it made you stronger. And speaking of strength, there's great courage and strength with Leos. You know, they're willing to fight the fight for sure. And they do. They have fits of temperament, you know, with that fire. They can't help it, really. They're all, you know, spirit and emotion and all this, and it's got to go, right? But it's over quickly, and they don't hold grudges, you know, and so it's a really beautiful, very strongly passionate, and I don't know, just a very outwardly demonstrated type of energy where you work together. You know, you want to see the longevity in this, and regardless of what it is, romance, partnerships, friendships, you'll have your times, you know, and you'll kind of enjoy it. You know, some people do. This is more of a drama scenario, I would say, which people love. People don't want just the humdrum relationship a lot of times, right? That's the reality. And I don't think you'll be bored with this. And that's something that I think really keeps it thriving and lasting. But so beautiful energies. About Valentine's Day, if you're looking at me now and saying, oh, MaryAnne, I don't have that special someone, and I'm feeling a little down in the mouth about it and everything, please don't. I get it. I've been there. I truly have. Recognize that Valentine's Day, it's pretty commercial. It only is there to remind us of the power of our love. Go out and do something for yourself today. Go buy that something you've wanted. Love yourself up. Feel the enormousness of love within you. Help someone out. Give someone a smile today. Something so small, something so what would seem insignificant to you can change a person's life. Give a wave, give a nod. I know you can't hug. I'm such a hugger, and I've missed that greatly in the past year. But it'll come back. Yeah, this is a day for allowing our love to come out, you know? And if you are interested in someone on a romantic level and it's not quite there, be bold, you know? We have so many planets still right now in the sign of Aquarius, including Venus and Jupiter, the benevolent planets that add to love and expansion and boldness and expression. It's about communication. How are you communicating to this person or to yourself or your animal? I gave my beautiful soulmate and love bug kitten that I adopted, Eclipse, I call him Clipper, extra amount of love this morning, you know? He's my man. It just feels so good, you know? It makes me smile because he's a living, beautiful part of my life now, you know? And he's my Valentine. So all sorts of forms of love, right? That's what I always want to really not initiate, but really make as clear as possible with my channel, because I think we forget that. And when you feel good and you fulfilled yourself and not feel bad about it, you are going to change your world, and everyone around you, they're going to feel it, and they're going to just thrive, and they're going to be like, I want to be around that, you know? I want to love that. So let's read the 3 major categories, though, for this beautiful connection today, February 14th, 2021, Valentine's Day, of beautiful Tauruses and Leos. Powerhouse couples, right? Powerhouse relationships. You get things done. Well, that fell out. So the first category is always the overall energy. And you know, what basically brought you to this reading. Now, if you haven't, you might want to check the beginning of the month readings, because I like to see and hear from you as to how it's either kind of progressed its way upward, or it's kind of the same, but you're starting to feel some changes. The new moon alone in Aquarius that happened on the 11th, one of the luckiest days of this year, or supposedly the luckiest, that wasn't long ago. It'll continue to affect you. The story will be unraveled, and it's beautiful. And whatever you put out there, whatever your intentions were, watch and see them grow. But wait till maybe after the Mercury retrograde, because I can't even say it, right? That's how it affects us. That's the 20th, you know, and then there's a shadowy period, but it's going to go forward. That's why it's so important to plant the seed, and you know all about that, Taurus. You do it all the time. Your first overall energy for this beautiful highlighted connection is Temperance. It's just so beautiful. Temperance represents Sagittarian. That's fire. That's ruled by Jupiter, Sagittarius, and incredible optimism, incredible motivation, drive, determination as well, and Temperance. But I look at this Temperance as opposed to the Libra scales of balance that's necessary in every single part of our life, from our health to our work to our relationships. You know, it's about the alchemy actually changing things, you know, from one to another, like literally shape-shifting, I guess you could say. There's all sorts of beautiful information on that. We do it all the time. It's being done. But to keep that intact, because that adds so much more richness to your life when you are recognizing the importance of that temperance. Yeah, you want to go crazy mad, you want to get this job done, you want to do all these things at once, all these ideas, you know, if you've got the energy, you think, why not? Well, then when you exhaust yourself or injure yourself or something happens, you're not even able to do any of it. So you want to make sure that you're very aware of all of the particulars there, and in the relationship, you know, if there's a little bit of disharmony or something at some points in time, not today, of course, not happening today, not on Valentine's Day, right? Just sit and be calm, and then recognize, okay, this might be a little out of whack. I can work on this, we can talk about this together, we can make this work, and it's going to bring a lot more harmony. And you notice there's a man and he's got wings. There's a king. It's a beautiful major arcana message, but he has the water from one to the other, so above, so below, cleansing, replenishing. Replenishing is important. It does remind me also of the need for hydration. I know it sounds silly, but that's coming to mind. I'm not a doctor, of course, but I do care about health. I certainly care about mine, and I work in the field of massage therapy for people's health and well-being. I'm heading out in just a bit to do that again. But no, just remembering to take care of the hydration. Very important. Maybe you've been partying and having a great few days, and you will today, so that's fine. My gosh, please, just enjoy it, but just make sure that you don't get dehydrated. So the second category, of course, is that of possible blessings or obstacles. And your message, okay, this is crazy. This is the third time in a row for each of the highlighted connections. And it's the Ace of Pentacles. I've been shuffling them. You know, they get shuffled. Spirit has a really strong message for this universe right now, and it's so beautiful because it's the Ace of Pentacles. Well, there's your energy, Taurus, first and foremost. It's the practical, necessary things that we strive for, that we feel we need in this life, because we are physical. We're spirits in a physical form, but we are in the three-dimensional world. We need to feel, see, and touch things, right? See that they're tangible and that, you know, we're on solid footing and ground, you know, so to speak. And you've got the Ace of Pentacles that's going to offer that. It's going to offer you the compensation you're looking for, ideas for new avenues of employment, perhaps, or entrepreneurial avenues. This is huge this year, the entire year and onward, with the air element. Aquarius is all about, you know, breaking out of the box and futuristic thinking and helping everybody, more justice, more fairness for the world, for the globe, right? Not just individualism. And also, interestingly enough, I've said it a few times before in my other videos, but it's very important for you, Taurus. We have Uranus, which is the ruling planet of Aquarius, which is the most unpredictable, full of surprises, you know, changes that come very quickly and unexpectedly, for good or not. And it's not only the ruling planet of Aquarius, but it's in your sign, Taurus. Uranus is in your sign till 2026, and it changes every 7 years to each sign. You know, so last year it went into yours, and you've got a ways to go. I mean, it could bring incredible wealth to you. And it could also, you know, hold it off. Like, I think for some Tauruses it happened last year without any control whatsoever of yours. You know, it just, jobs stopped, you know, and then that's working itself back to some sort of normalcy. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I hope you do as well. And I feel like your investments have helped you, even if they took a hit in some way. Beautiful energy, but keeping temperance about the whole thing and not over-investing again, right? Or not under, which I think is common for you, but you might want to share with those that you care and love about. And, you know, even the Taurus, you know, the Leo. Leos are so incredibly generous, and they just love to spend and be extravagant. So maybe that's a conversation you'll have, all in a loving way, right? But beautiful, beautiful influences coming through. And, you know, if it's not through you, Taurus, and your recognition and then the guidance you're getting, it does have influences with the other earth signs like Virgo and Capricorn. So they may be a part of what's happening with this connection as well. I'm not sure, but I'm feeling something. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The only obstacle is maybe having to wait just a little longer, like I said, till after this retrograde, because there's confusion sometimes. Contracts, if they're signed, have to be renegotiated, looking at the fine print. And I know you do that anyway. So good news, good happy news about that. Your sustenance, you know. And the last is about financial. That's the category of finances. Oh, I haven't pulled this one out though. And this is a new deck. It's the Star Spinner, so I'm still seeing new cards. It's the Lovers. So it's beautiful. There's a lot of love between the two of you. It's powerful. It's strong, and it feels real. It feels like there's, you know, a lot of... Well, you feel like you've made a great selection. I guess that's the main interpretation of this. And if it's not about a particular lover, it's about a partnership you want to go into business with. You know, you got this invitation and a possibility to some kind of loan perhaps coming through. A lot of that going on right now. Stimulus loans for people that you know, and some great percentages and things. This is absolutely beautiful, and you are opening your heart. And it is Valentine's Day, so I like that you got this a lot. I think you're feeling incredibly good right now, and I know you've had your ups and downs, we all have, but you persevered like you always do, and it's right. It's just right, okay? So this can pertain to, yes, definitely your finances, which are definitely going to grow and continue to, because you're not going to stop, and you know that you have what it takes, and that new moon is going to just remind you over and over again for some time, but also just your wealth in the way you feel about yourself, your love, and your body in general. Just feeling like, yeah, I feel better now. I feel like, starting to feel like my old self again, right? So hopefully that's a beautiful thing. But those are wonderful messages for you. I love them. And you've got the what? I don't know, you've got two major arcana and you know, the Ace of Pentacles. I don't see where it can go much better, and I know I shouldn't say that because, you know, there's always an infinite amount of beautiful things to come through. So, but I hope you resonate with that right now. And if not, give it some time. Sometimes you don't at all, but a lot of times you do. And these next messages through the oracles, or as I mentioned, this is for every single beautiful Taurus out there and every single connection you have. So the highlighted was just those three, and there's a reason for that, and I don't know what it is. I'm sure a lot of you are involved with Leos, but maybe you're not, and you might be. So stay tuned. And take notes, write it down, you know. But this next one is the beautiful Psychic Tarot of the Heart, which is also super appropriate for my love connection readings and for Valentine's Day. So it's one word message, which I love, but it has a lot of meaning and such. So yours fell to the ground. Let's see what yours is for today. This came out before too. Giving and receiving. And the 6 is about balance, once again, the temperance, you know, what you give, you will receive. This is karmic. This is serendipitous, you know. It's fate. And I know so many generous-hearted Tauruses, you know, I really do. And that's what's happening. You're seeing, you know, you're reaping the rewards for what you have sown, as they say. And I did recently read this, but I'll read it again because it's absolutely beautiful. The red cards represent the Pentacles, coincidentally enough. I think not. So I'll read to you what it says. Giving and receiving should be right in front. Let's see here. Where did it go? Nope, it's the one before that. Forgive me. It's not that far, I promise. Here we go. So 6. We have so many different categories in this deck, which I love, including the chakras. The keywords are balance, reward, share, and ask. When this card appears, relationships take on a loving, balanced energy. Temperance. You worked hard to understand yourself and others, and now it's paying off. You're being rewarded with joy and fulfillment. If there's someone in your life who could benefit from what you've learned around... Oh, is there someone in your life that can benefit around what you've learned in matters of the heart? Take some time to share your insights. Be careful though, don't try to solve people's problems, just be a mentor. I know many Tauruses are mentors, incredible teachings. Also look for the other ways that you can be of assistance to those around you. Be sure not to give only what you can. Well, be sure to give only what you can and no more. Now, that's always a great, once again, temperate kind of thought, because sometimes we can go overboard, especially when it comes to the people we love, you know, and then you might be like, oh. So there's no need to do that. I've done it in my past, and I thought I was doing the best thing I could. I always believe to give is important. It just feels right. It's good. I feel like it's a win-win situation, but there is a point, and then there's no need for you to create a situation where you have lack or not enough. You know what I mean? I love that message for you. I think it's beautiful. It's simple. It's down to earth. And then the next category, or excuse me, the next beautiful oracle I pulled in this month is the relaxed deck, because we need to relax. We need to relax into what it is we're wanting and into our relationships, and to let go of the anxiety or the what is expected and, you know, kind of control aspect, right? So I love these, and they're quite old, but I was reminded of that when I was reading the message yesterday. It mentioned, you know, when you pick up the phone on the wall or something regarding, you know, the old-fashioned type of phones. It's like, oh my gosh. But nevertheless, they have great depth and, once again, wisdom. So yours, I'm not picking that. That was from yesterday. I'm going to pick a second one, a different one. Oh, the peacock. Well, I'll be darned. Beautiful, beautiful, proud peacock, right? When seen from a certain angle, the iridescent tail feathers of a peacock blaze with color and shimmer with beauty. Many other things in life reveal their qualities this way, but often familiarity makes their beauty difficult to see. Similarly, we may be unaware of others' virtues unless we assess a range of viewpoints. Try to look at everything with fresh eyes, unclouded by habit. You may discover untold riches. And I love that. And the whole thing about habit is, yeah, we get in these routines, right? Taurus, you know that. You're very predictable. You're, you know, accountable. You do this thing and everything, and you get in this system of things, and then you're just like, whoa. You look over there and you're like, huh. Well, that's happened a lot for you this year. This is going to be a very interesting time for earth signs in general, but also for Taurus with this air element. It's the mind and its thoughts, its expansion, and it's breaking free of tradition. So you're going to be quite interestingly surprised at how you will be able to open up, how you will be able to invite so many more opportunities because of it, and seeing it from a fresh point of view. I like that a lot. That is, it's like I feel like a lot of the earth signs are going to just have this incredible epiphanies coming through, and obviously new ways to do things, you know, because it's what happens. It's what keeps us alive and thriving. And the final message is the super attractor manifestation message, where we truly feel, and you can, Taurus, we all can, the life we want, and we manifest it. And you are excellent manifestors. We're manifesting every moment. And I want to manifest that you, if you are liking what you're seeing, that you please subscribe, push the like button, do my little sales pitch, because YouTube really likes it. It helps to grow this channel, you know, ensure content, and just allow me to come back and continue to do this for you. It's free. It only takes a moment. And you know how it is and how it can be so incredibly supportive. So I just want to mention that. I appreciate it. No obligation whatsoever, though. Just do it from your heart if you feel so inclined. Your beautiful message, I call it mantra or affirmation for today, Valentine's Day. Woo, okay. I like it a lot. It's that root chakra color of passion and drive and security and, you know, stability, solid, present kind of energy. That's what you are, Taurus. It's not a coincidence these are coming out, boy. To begin the practice of allowing, I must get out of the way and let Spirit give me direction. That is so beautiful, because I think we all tend to get in our way sometimes. But just to hear that and to remind yourself of that, just what do they say? Let go, let God, release. Just allow. Just allow. Rest. recuperate, certainly during the remainder of this retrograde, you know, do the finer tuning, whatever you have to do, if that's what you need to do to keep yourself feeling, you know, like you're productive. But just truly allow and enjoy this beautiful day, meant to just to really, really be way more aware maybe of your passion and the love that you do have than you might on other days. But, you know, there's so much to be had and to give and to receive. So I thank you and I love you for being here and appreciate you. I wish you well always. So until next time, take good care. Thanks and bye for now.